Photoshop is a very powerful image editing program. What I'd like to talk about is TextFX within the program. Right now I'm going to hide these two layers here. I have a picture that I took down in New York City of the Guggenheim Museum. I have a graphic box that I put over here, and I have the name of the museum here. You can change this text color to whatever you want, but that wouldn't be really TextFX. That would be just changing and altering the text. What if I wanted to have the picture of the museum filling the text itself? The way to do that is to select the background image. I'm going to go up to Layer. I'm going to duplicate the layer. And then I'm going to drag that new duplicated layer right to the top. With this still selected, I'm going to go up to Layer again, and I'm going down to Create Clipping Mask. And what that does is it creates the mask for the text itself, so you can see the image through it. Now this image is right on top of that one, so it's going to match up perfectly. If that's what you want, that's great. So with the Move tool here, if I resize that just a tad, then I can move it around, and look what happens. I can reveal the original text color. So that's one way of creating text effects. There we go. So we have the reveal of the image itself with the original text colors, and that's one way of adding effect. Of course, other ways are to, on the text itself, we can add shadow and outline and that type of thing. So those are some suggestions. In fact, why don't we do that? We can go to, I'm going to lose the clipping mask when I do this. But if I do a stroke, I can create how much that looks, and drop shadow, which you don't really see because the background here is a little bit too dark. You can do inner shadow, and then if you select inner shadow, we can adjust the size, and you see how that kind of highlights that in there. So those are some examples of text effects. If I had filled this, the clipping mask would disappear, but these effects work perfectly fine. So that's one example of how to use text effects in Photoshop with an image fill. And keep in mind that you can also do that with just about any graphic within Photoshop itself. So hopefully this helped.